Joining us now from a company called Xtreme Fighting Championships, stock symbol DKMR, are two gentlemen. Myron Molotky is the president of the company. Myron, welcome back to the program.
Thank you, Don. Happy to be here.
And of course, the CEO, Steve Smith. Steve, good to talk to you again.
Good to see you again.
Now, you guys have a huge event coming up a little more than 30 days away. I think you've got the fight card ready to roll. Why don't you tell us about it?
Well, we're real excited about this. This is something that's been in the works for quite some time. Obviously, the key to XFC's fight card is always discovering the next generation of champions. And we're really excited to break down this fight card. Don, what you're going to see is everything that XFC has to offer as far as the business model. We're going to have some of our young guns fights, which are our recently turned pros, just some rising stars, younger fighters going at it. We're going to have our tournament. The 155 and the 170 men are going to get started on this fight card. And we've got some bangers there. Once we get to the live card, that's where we're really going to show our fans what XFC has to offer. We're going to kick it off with a young guns bout. I haven't even announced it to our fighters yet, exactly what we're doing. But both Steve and I at our recent XFC tryout, we saw a couple kids absolutely going at it at the tryout. And I'll tell you what, in my opinion, this has the makings of a fight of the night, even though there are young guns kids right there inside the hexagon. After that, we're going to have our feature bout. That's going to have Kenny Cross. Kenny Cross is going to be in there with Ryan Collins, both rising stars in MMA, both very accomplished already. And what I really like about these two, they're going to stand up and just go at it. I think there's going to be fireworks in the cage. They both want this. The XFC tournament has always been known as the most vicious tournament in combat sports. And these kids know as soon as those doors close, it's absolute go time. So we'll get to our co-main. You know, the biggest news that we announced, just announced it yesterday. We signed an absolute icon in MMA, Jessica Aguilar. And Jessica has been just a pioneer in the sport, highly respected by absolutely every MMA fan, every MMA organization. And we just feel very fortunate that she chose XFC as their new home. We're on a nice long-term contract. We're going to welcome her, and we're going to get her in the cage with another wily veteran, Danielle Taylor. Danielle's a great story. She's in law enforcement in LA, but I'm not going to tell you it's just in her you know, leisure time that she does MMA. I think in her leisure time she does law enforcement because she's an absolute superstar, has really gone through the ranks in this 115 division. One of the most important things I saw with her is she's been in absolutely every fight, win, lose, or draw, and they've gone on both sides for her. She's 10-5, but she's really proven herself to be something special, and we think there's going to be just a fantastic co-main event. And that leads us to our main event. I'll tell you, I'm excited. One of the greatest kids that I've ever worked with, he fought for XFC in our tournament down in Brazil, Guilherme Faria. He's coming from Brazil. And Guilherme is just a technical fighter. He has the fastest hands I've ever seen inside the cage. And he is just going to try to make this a stand-up brawl. And he's got a welcoming partner out there. We're bringing in Alexander Keshtov from Russia. And Alexander is 9-1, highly sought after. Again, very happy that, you know, these fighters are excited to choose XFC. They know what we're doing on NBC Sports. It's a great opportunity, the best platform that any of these fighters, or any fighters for that matter, are going to have to really show what they can do. And that hexagon is very welcoming, but boy, does it hurt when you get inside.
Well, you know, it's key that you guys have TV coverage at NBC Sports because there's an article on ESPN this week how combat sports have been affected by COVID. How's that affected your business?
You know, it's I'm going to throw this right at our CEO and give him absolutely all the credit for this. While everyone else was rolling up the sidewalks and saying, oh boy, we better shut her down, we better back her off, Steve has been pushing full speed ahead. You know, we tried launching, we were looking at launching back in July, and of course COVID did affect us from that standpoint, but when you really look at it, it really gave us an opportunity to continue to define our business model, really land the fighters that we wanted, we'll have a couple XFC tryouts where we're finding some outstanding talent. And I think COVID, if anything, it's just really helped us get prepared for this next event on November 11th.
Steve, any final comments? Almost out of time.
I would say that COVID has been our best friend and our worst enemy all rolled into one. What do you think, Myron?
I know that fighters have not had as many fights as normal, so your event on November 11th must be welcome to them.
Yeah, I mean it's a great opportunity for us as XFC returns to primetime television, and we want to bring something really exciting. Obviously, our headline fighters are coming in from 2 different countries all over the world, Russia and South America, which both have their challenges in terms of getting them to our destination of Atlanta. So that's where COVID makes things more difficult for us. But the flip side is, there's been a lot less sports on the air, and there's a lot more interest in live sports right now than there has been. You got the whole world locked inside their rooms for the last 8 months, 6 months. So we're in a position to provide them some more entertainment that's something new and fresh, and not the same people they've already seen in the competitive MMA space.
Xtreme Fighting Championships Incorporated, DKMR is a stock symbol. Guys, really looking forward to this big event, November 11th. Congratulations.
Thank you much.
Thank you, Don. Thank you, Don. It's going to be just fireworks. Can't wait. Veterans Day in Atlanta. Here we go.